This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the City of Warrenville City Council regular meeting for Monday, July 17th, 2023. May I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Ashow,
Here.
Alderman Augustinovich,
Here.
Alderman Berry,
Here.
Alderman Davalos,
Here.
Alderman Kruckenberg,
Here.
Alderman Lockett,
Here.
Alderman Widener,
Here.
and Alderman Wilkie.
Here.
Thank you, Julie. Would you please stand as you are able and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is the part of our meeting that we always set aside for citizens' comments. We have one person signed up this evening, Mr. Bob Siebert. Bob?
Bob Siebert, Albright Court. Last week, you were notified of the TIF district reimbursement payments to Warrenville Library in District 200 schools due to financial impacts. The TIF statute also addresses financial impacts on the citizens. Hence, a citizen is appointed to the TIF Technical Committee to protect the citizens. Tonight, you are proposing to spend $427,000 for a special census. This is required due to the large development of high-density residential properties. The large residential developments in Cantera are from day one. Property taxes are going to the general fund, and thus they are capable of paying their fair share of the $427,000. The new residential properties in TIF 3 and TIF 4 are not. Using TIF funds to offset this financial impact would benefit all current taxpayers and also level the playing field. If we divide the $427,000 by 1,100, which is the city's figure, we obtain a per-person cost of $388 per new citizen. After the special census, simply take $388 times the number of new citizens in TIF 3 and TIF 4. Now you have leveled the playing field, and isn't that the function of government?
Thank you, Bob. We'll move on to official and staff comments, beginning with the mayor. Just a couple of reminders. Summer days coming up, August 4th and 5th. National Night Out, August 1st. And this week, Thursday evening, 7:30 at Cerny Park, the Park District is holding a public information meeting about the future of Cerny Park. So if you have some interest in seeing how that's the plans for development of Cerny Park, or would you like to give some input on what you think should be included in those plans, 7:30, Cerny Park, Park District, public information meeting this week, Thursday evening on the 20th. That's all I have for this evening. Clerk? Thank you. Treasurer?
Yes, I wanted to make a comment about the NOMO May discussion in items I and J on the minutes from the Environmental Advisory Committee. On I, it's item F6 at the top of page 3. I had heard that there were some advantages in the NOMO May, and then I also heard that there were some disadvantages as far as what it was meant to accomplish. So I decided to just set aside a little corner of my property and about 40 square feet and use that for not mowing during May. And it turned out that it was a sort of a very interesting, aesthetically pleasing little area showed up in a corner of my yard, which I must say I don't think would have been as interesting if I'd let the whole yard go that way. But then when I did actually mow, I found an interesting thing, that there are actually less weeds in that part of my yard than in the rest of my yard. But what I didn't realize until I just read the minutes of the Environmental Advisory Committee was that I probably violated the ordinance about the 8 inches. There was some discussion in there about that. And, maybe that'll need to be something which is looked into for the volunteers who decide to do this. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry. Alderman Lockett?
Yeah, I just wanted to also make a quick comment about Friday with the tornado that came through. It was an F0. We all survived. We didn't go to Oz, any of that. It was just very nice because it was nice to see the fire department was out, the police department was out, Public Works was out, and then got up Saturday to all the chainsaws roaring throughout the whole neighborhood. You saw neighbors helping neighbors fighting over lot lines, then agreeing that they would have joint custody of that tree and help each other. Then it was just nice to see, because even some of the grown kids came home, helped their parents. The young kids dragged the branches reluctantly to the street, kicking and screaming, not knowing that they were actually being taught a lesson. But it reminded me of the mayor's column in the Hometown Happenings about what you love about Warrenville. And for me, it was just nice to see the reaction. Public Works, maybe Paula, somebody put it up on the website. They started the brush pickup today. I think they're going to finish it tomorrow. But it's just nice because people will say, well, we don't want to be a big city. We want to be small. But it's like we are a big city. We're considered a city. But we still have a lot of those small town feels to us, as far as neighborly and helping each other. So I just wanted to point that out and say thanks to everybody that was involved from the city and helping everybody get cleaned up. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderman Widener?
Yeah, and other good things happening around town when the weather is clear and the air quality index allows people to venture outside. It's been enjoyable for me to see the activity at the new trailhead. I saw several bicyclists there enjoying the facilities and enjoying the shade that it provides, and also saw my first dog get a drink out of the dog bowl there, and I myself used the toolkit that was there to put a little extra air in my tires when I was by. So it's nice to see that facility as soon as it's opened up, being used, and people enjoying it and taking advantage of it. And I look forward to, I think the ribbon cutting is next week, right, on July 27th. So
Indeed.
it'll be fun to be there and celebrate that new addition to the city. Thanks.
Thank you. Many years in coming. Okay, City Administrator. No comment. All right, and City Attorney? No. Thank you. We'll move on then to the approval of the agenda for this evening. Alderman Widener, would you like to make that motion?
A motion to approve the consent agenda for the July 17th, 2023 City Council regular meeting.
Second.
Second by Alderman Davalos. Any changes or comments on the agenda? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, and the agenda is approved as presented. We have several sets of minutes that need approval this evening also. Alderman Widener, would you like to make that motion also?
Certainly. Motion to approve the minutes of the June 19th, 2023 City Council regular meeting. To approve the minutes of the June 19th, 2023 City Council closed session meeting. To approve the minutes of the July 10th, 2023 Community Development Committee meeting. to approve the minutes of the July 10th, 2023 City Council closed session meeting number 1, and to approve the minutes of the July 10th, 2023 City Council closed session meeting number 2.
Second?
Second by Alderman Lockett. Any discussion of those minutes? Again, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries and the minutes are approved as presented. The consent agenda for this evening, item 6A, accept Plan Commission recommendation, waive second reading, and pass ordinance 02023-24, approving a site-specific amendment within the final plat of planned unit development for Lot 1 in Cantera Subarea 1. B, accept Plan Commission recommendation, waive second reading, and pass ordinance 02023-25, approving a temporary use permit for Evelyn Eve for anniversary celebrations in 2023 and 2024. C, accept Community Development Committee recommendation, waive second reading, and pass ordinance 02023-26, approving a budget amendment to the FY 2024 budget in the amount of $277,424 to complete a special census. D, accept Community Development Committee recommendation and pass Resolution R2023-42, authorizing the city to enter into an agreement with the U.S. Census Bureau to conduct a special census in the city of Warrenville in the amount of $427,424, subject to attorney review of the agreement. E, accept staff recommendation and pass Resolution R2023-43, approving the expenditure of motor fuel tax revenue in the amount of $400,676.35 during FY 2024 for the city's share of the Batavia Road resurfacing costs. F, accept Community Development Committee recommendation and pass Resolution R2023-44, approving an agreement with ADS LLC for sewer flow monitoring services. G, accept Community Development Committee recommendation and pass Resolution R2023-45, waiving competitive bidding and approving a contract with Fairpal Construction USA for water main pipelining in the amount of $48,630. H, accept staff recommendation and pass Resolution R2023-46, awarding the contract for Central 1 and West 1 Basins manhole rehabilitation to Advanced Rehabilitation Technology Incorporated of Byron, Ohio, in the amount of $207,465.02. I receive and file minutes of the Environmental Advisory Commission meeting held on March 21st, 2023. J, receive and file minutes of the Environmental Advisory Commission held on April 18th, 2023. K, receive and file minutes of the Bicyclist and Pedestrian Advisory Commission meeting held on May 9th, 2023. L, receive and file minutes of the Tourism and Arts Commission meeting held on May 11th, 2023. M, receive and file minutes of the Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, and Awareness Commission meeting held on May 16th, 2023. And receive and file minutes of the Plan Commission and Zoning Board of Appeal meeting held on June 22nd, 2023. O, receive and file draft minutes of the Plan Commission and Zoning Board of Appeals meeting held on July 6th, 2023. P, receive and file report of invoices paid up to July 12th, 2023 in the amount of $179,062.52. Q, authorize expenditures for invoices due on or before August 7th, 2023 in the amount of $816,906.44. And R, receive and file report of master debit card expenditures for the month of June 2023 in the amount of $30,278.47.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented by Mayor David Brummel.
Second.
Second by Alderman Davalos. May I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Lockett,
Aye.
Alderman Wilkie,
Aye.
Alderman Davalos,
Aye.
Alderman Widener,
Aye.
Alderman Ashour,
Aye.
Alderman Krokenberg,
Aye.
Alderman Berry,
Aye.
Alderman Augustinovich.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries and the consent agenda is approved as presented. We have one item under the regular agenda. I'd like to make that motion, please. Alderman Lockett.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the Plan Commission recommendation, waive second reading, pass ordinance 02023-27, amending the city code zoning ordinance off-street parking requirements.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Amy Emery, do you have anything to add to this? It's just a routine updating, correct?
It is. We only included it off of the consent because it's your first time reviewing it and it has an ordinance attached. It was not recommended unanimously by the Plan Commission. There was one dissenting vote, but the recommendations, staff stands behind them. They are consistent with best practices and they are consistent with field observations completed by members of our staff.
Excellent, thank you. Any questions or comments? Okay, can we do a voice vote for this then, or do we need a roll? Roll call, please.
Alderman Widener,
Aye.
Alderman Ashour,
Aye.
Alderman Lockett,
Aye.
Alderman Berry,
Aye.
Alderman Davalos,
Aye.
Alderman Wilkie,
Aye.
Alderman Augustinovich,
Nay.
Alderman Krokenberg.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have nothing under unfinished business, no new business, no closed session, and it's 7:17? Pinch me, I must be dreaming. How about a motion to adjourn?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you so much.
This conference is no longer being recorded.